Are you marrying Gal Pal or someone else?
I will not disclose in this video. Do you remember how to film a video? Because I don't.
It's been too long.
Okay, first question.
Aren't we supposed to say hello and stuff first?
Yeah, no. The first question is, where have you been in the last months?
Good question. Where have we been?
Where have you been? Hello and welcome back to the gay side of the internet. I remembered the intro. Yeah. This is my beautiful girl pal.
No, what's the word? What am I for the next 7 days?
Fiance pal.
Yes.
Sorry, we've got to use all of that while we can.
You can only use it for 7 more days and then gone.
Good, I don't care about it anyway. Cool, so we're getting married in 7 days.
Yeah.
That's what this video is.
That's what's happening.
I wanted to do an announcement, let you guys know where the f*** I have actually been and what's going on. So many of you have been hitting me up in the DMs over the past 3 months being like, Lauren, are you guys broken up? Didn't happen. But you know how the internet works.
She's just making shit up now, guys.
No, if I had 20 times more subscribers, people would.
Yeah.
Literally would.
No, but we've disappeared because we've been busy planning a wedding in 8 and a bit weeks, basically.
Well, from 12 weeks out, we started planning, which lines up with the last video that I uploaded.
Yes.
So I uploaded, then I got a job. Yay for me, because I was wanting to get a job. I had a job. I wanted a more full-time-y job. That's why I haven't posted, is because when I'm working, and when I'm not, we've been wedding planning.
Yes.
Hopefully that answers where we've been in the last month.
But otherwise, physically, we have been here.
Yeah, it's the same background.
Yeah.
What made you stealth and suddenly just get on with it? Tired of waiting? Planning is such a painful and annoying process, in my opinion. Thank you. I think there was a few like this, why, right now? What's going on?
Yes. That was actually part of it for us. We were we'd already been thinking about it for so long because we've been thinking about a wedding even before we were engaged.
Yeah.
So it's already been lots of mental planning for a really long time.
February, March last year, we started seriously looking at rings. And then even a couple years before that, there is a video where I'm I could get engaged now. I think I was ready. We just didn't decide rings. And I really wanted to decide that to start the process.
And even before we were engaged last year, I had a Google Sheets list of 50 wedding venues
that
and
was last year,
all their pricing and packages and stuff. So we were already doing lots of research before we were even engaged. And then we got engaged and then we just chilled the fuck out for a bit.
Yeah, so we did that and we were this is too hard, just not going to think about it.
And then in February or something this year, February, March, we started being okay, so we know we want to get married this year. When do we want it to be?
That follows into the next question. What led you and Girl Pal to choose the date you did for the marriage? Did you have other options you were considering sooner or later?
We tossed up back and forth on a date for ages because we had 2 dates that we really liked. One of them was in June, which was
7 days away.
It's in 7 days. Which is the 5-year anniversary of the day that we met. And then one of them was in October, which was the 5-year anniversary of the day that you asked me to be your girlfriend.
Yeah, so we're official.
Yes. And then also we had the day I proposed in September and the day Lauren proposed in October as other options as well.
We spent a long time thinking about this decision on whether to go with June or to go with October. I thought it would be really special if we did get married 5 years on the day that we met. And also because I remember that date more than our anniversary date.
Yeah, she remembers that day, yeah.
I always mix it up. Is it October 2 or 4? I don't know. It is October 4.
It's not.
Okay, seriously? And I was going to say, you proposed to me on October 2.
No, other way around.
I proposed to you on October 4 and we girlfriended
on the 2nd. And I proposed to you on the 12th of September.
I'm embarrassed.
And we met on the 12th of June.
That's the date I remember more.
So part of it was that date felt more special. Part of it was we'd already been mentally planning for so long. Yes. We were if we pick October, we still have 6 months of mental planning and everyone asking questions and just a lot of stuff.
I didn't want to sit around for 6 more months thinking about all this stuff and trying to figure it out. It just seemed like 6 months of stress. Whereas if we just made it sooner, then it would be over faster.
Third reason that we sort of wanted it to be in June rather than October is because we're going to go overseas.
Yeah!
Woo! Not for the wedding. After the wedding. For a big holiday, which we wanted to do anyway. And because it's after the wedding, now it can be a sort of honeymoon.
We've been wanting to go to Europe for a while. Mm-hmm. We didn't last year because you had surgery. Yeah. We didn't the year before because we didn't have enough money.
Yeah. So going away in July because Lauren is worried about being cold in Europe.
I don't like the cold, man.
But then she picked one of the coldest places in Europe for us to go to.
Now we have an excuse to make it our honeymoon. I think more for you wanted it to be June, so it could be our honeymoon rather than us going away, coming back, and then having a wedding.
Yeah, like, I still would have gone away, but it would have felt a bit funnier if it was like, and we've done this big, amazing trip, and then we have a wedding, and then we sort of wouldn't have gotten a honeymoon because we would have already spent the money.
We went back to work.
Yeah, so it's kind of nicer this way.
What has been the most exciting thing to plan for your wedding, and what has been the most stressful part of planning?
The most stressful part, which is not a part, it's just the whole thing, is having to make decisions.
Yes.
We are both very decision fatigued.
Yes. We made a decision when we were either deciding June or October. We sat and we actually figured out if it was possible for us to do it in 12 weeks. We decided yes, it is possible, which is why we went with that date. I knew it would be hard to do it in that amount of time, but possible, but I did not know that there would just be so many decisions. Like, I don't get a break. I don't get to celebrate the decision that I just made because there's a new one to make. Feels very similar to the 12 Days of Christmas. Like, I can't appreciate the video I just made because I have to move on to the next one.
So in retrospect, there have been some times where I've been like, oh, maybe we should have gone with October to give ourselves more time to celebrate the decisions. But in the end, I think we'll be really happy with the way that we did it and the time frame that we did it.
Yeah, I feel that right now. It's like, as soon as we have it, I'm like, I'm going to be so happy, like, yeah, we did it. And it's done, it's dusted.
And we're almost there. Like, we have
7 days.
There's not that, like, we don't have any really hectically burning things that we have to do over this next week. Like, we're pretty set.
The most exciting thing.
What's been your most exciting thing so far?
I can't tell. I want to tell you guys, and it will probably be in a video that I'll post after this one. But for anyone who, like, knows us and might be coming to the wedding, I don't want to spoil it, but we have a secret activity for the wedding day, and I'm looking forward to that the most. I'm excited about that.
That will be very fun.
Yeah. Can't say what it is.
But you'll find out later.
You will.
That has also been exciting for me. I also think, I don't know if it's like the most exciting thing, but it was very exciting when I like found a dress that I really liked. And then we got to try it on in person. And then I was like, yep, I'm taking it home with me.
Yeah, you were losing your shit.
And then
like, oh my God, like, it's in the van.
Yep, we just carried it back home. And then I think another exciting thing related to that was that you ended up getting a dress from the same place that you had also tried on there. So, and then there were a bunch of other things, like it had the same name.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
But that's been kind of exciting.
What's the attire you both are wearing, dresses or suits?
We ultimately both decided on dresses.
Yes. So we did post, shout out to my own self, engagement Q&A video 6 months ago. You can go find it if you want. And we answered a couple things like this. But at that time I was like, I'm like 90% a dress. I want to try a suit, but I'm sure I'll end up with a dress. I think you're the same.
Yeah, I actually think you wanted me to wear a suit.
Yes, I did. A little bit more, I really did.
You wanted me to wear a suit more than you wanted to wear a suit yourself. Yes. But I think in the end, we're both very happy that we're both in dresses. Yeah. If we had all the money in the world, I would have done an outfit swap halfway through the night and I would have had a suit and a dress.
That would have been sick.
But no, we both picked dresses in very similar styles, actually, with like key differences, but a very similar shape.
I knew dresses would be something I would struggle with because I didn't want it to feel like really womanly or really girly or really revealing because a lot of the styles were like that.
Yeah, but particularly for wedding dresses.
What we did was we went together to a bridal shop and we tried on some dresses at the same time. We were just like, we're just going to try styles.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
We're just looking at different dress shapes and like what sort of neckline do we want? Yeah. What sort of skirt line do we like? Do we like things with lace or silk?
Do you reckon I could add some of those images? Yeah. We didn't go with any of these
particularly
dresses.
You're allowed to add images as long as you add the one of you the long sleeve one where you've got your claw hands.
Just felt like a process of elimination. Like, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Which I then found really overwhelming. I really struggled with picking a dress.
Yes.
That's my most... I know you were like, that's one of my exciting moments. That was a very stressful decision for me.
Yes. It was exciting once you made the decision.
Yes. Then we went to Brisbane to visit family / you tried on a dress there that you had bookmarked.
Yep.
And you went home with it.
And while we were there...
Interestingly, I had a bunch saved on my browser as well. In particular, I had one saved that was called Fleur, which is like the same name as my ring. Ha, weird.
Not that ring.
No, not this ring. The wedding band ring, sorry.
The design name of our wedding bands is called the Fleur ring. And this dress was also called Fleur.
But you know, I had it bookmarked, but I was looking at other ones because like cheaper and whatever. And then we went to a second place to like try on styles just to see if they had anything. I found one that I liked, but it was like tiny. was too small, but I felt good in that shape. But on the way out, the lady wrote down on the brochure, like, a name of designer dress, like, brand of dresses.
That they usually have in stock at that place.
I was like, okay, cool. Forgot about that. We went up, we tried your dress on. Again, I was there, so I did see it. I don't really care about this tradition thing. It's a lot easier for us to, like, coordinate and whatever because we're in dresses. And the lady was like, do you want to try on a dress?
Yeah, and she asked you, what do you like? And you gave her, like, a brief rundown, and she was like, oh, try this, and pulls out one dress.
Just one dress.
Just one dress for Lauren to try.
So I tried on, and
it looks really nice.
Yeah, I liked it, but I was like, I'm like 80% on it. I think the reason was because it didn't, I don't know, in my brain I was just expecting it to fit. It was a little bit big and I was like stressed on, like, oh, I'm going to have to get it altered or not, or do I get a smaller size or whatever. That was sort of going around in my brain rather than, it wasn't like a, oh, I hate this kind of thing.
Yeah, you're just worried about the logistics.
I just didn't think about that at the time. And then
the next day you're thinking about it. She realizes it's the dress that she had saved in her browser, which has the same name as our wedding bands. And then she realizes that the designer of that dress is the designer that this other lady at another completely separate shop has written down to say he's our common designer.
And number 3 is that the lady just picked one off the shelf and went like that.
Many universe signs being like, get this
just buy this dress, Lauren. Like, make your life easy. Will you show us the outfits, dresses, suits you picked? No, I'm not going to show you the dresses we picked because, you know, I want this up before we get married. So I don't want to spoil it.
But you may see them eventually. You'll probably see photos on Instagram at the very least.
Yeah, you'll see it after, for sure.
Yeah.
To describe it, they're both typical white dress, A-line, so it kind of like hugs here and then flows out a bit. Mine is got some, it's lacy, but has like cute little floral patterns in it, but kind of like more leaves than curtain. You know what I mean? Than vintage. It's more modern than vintage.
And mine is like silk, satin sort of look with like boning on the top.
Very classic, elegant.
Yes. And they both have pockets.
Yeah, they do. We have also gotten veils. I've got you know, it's only this long, and yours is really long, but we haven't shown each other the veils.
We saw them when we were ordering them online, but we haven't yet in person seen them.
We've kept that a secret, just because we know everything else, really.
And we saw each other try our dresses on that first time in Brisbane, but we have not let each other see them since, yeah.
We've got them, like, altered just to be shorter or whatever.
So we're, like, at the alterations place sitting like this.
We're not looking.
So that we can't see each other.
Okay, everyone's getting bored. They have ADHD. Let's move on. I'm not taking that out.
Do they have ADHD or do they have phone addictions?
Both. Who walks down the aisle first?
Oh, so they know we're both going. Correct. We are both walking down the aisle.
I don't think I'll spoil who goes first, just in case.
No, but one of us will go first and then wait at the end, and then the other person will walk and meet them at the end, and then they will begin.
That's what we're doing. I know some other, like, lesbian weddings, they might meet at the end of the aisle and then go down together, or one will do the typical man thing of, like, stand there and wait for the other, but...
We both wanted to walk, so that's what we're doing.
Moving on! What theme are you all going for?
Aussie bush.
Yes, definitely. Think, just everyone's not Australian. Like, Australian native flowers. Google that.
Eucalyptus trees.
Yes. They can't spell that, Erin.
Gum trees. You actually have a conveniently placed prop to demonstrate our
I thought
theme.
I would. So I've made menus and drink menus.
These are just to go on the tables so that people can, like, see what food they're expected to eat later on, and these are the drinks that are included in the bar tab sort of thing.
This is what we're eating, which is a perfect question. Hang on, there's one about this one. What menu item are you looking forward to the most?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Honestly, I'm looking forward to the crispy skin pork belly, and you're looking forward to the...
I am looking forward to the steak, the eye fillet, but also the herb-crusted rack of lamb for the entree will be very yummy. We're also just going to share.
And the dessert, we are doing brownies and caramel slice, which we make ourselves.
Yes, except by we, I mean my mom. Thanks,
Your
mom.
Yes. Yep.
This flour is sort of our go-to flour. Called a Banksia, for anyone who doesn't know.
I just thought it would be nice you don't have to do this, but I was like, I'm going to just put on the table what they're going to eat and what they can drink. Otherwise, they'll be like, what are we eating and what can I drink?
Yeah, saves people asking questions.
The look is very, like, Australian bush, autumn tones almost. It's more like Australian bush colours. So, like, browns, tree greens...
Orange,
reds. Sunset colours. That's kind of the theme we're going for.
My boot is our theme. This colour.
Yep.
So we got our boots embroidered. This is by Abigail and Lauren in Tasmania, Australia. If you have a pair of Blundstones that you want embroidered, she does fantastic work.
Not a spawn, but it should. Well, it shouldn't be. It's a free shout out because she deserves it. Because look at that, man.
Hang on, cover my face.
The thing when you cover your face is like, I can't actually go and look if it's focused. I know it's focused now.
Yes.
I got gum because I just thought it was cute with my colour boots, and you got a bit of red in yours.
I got a little bit of a Aussie native bouquet mixture. So we've got the outside panel of each boot is embroidered.
Yeah. And this is our present to each other. So this, we definitely didn't have to spend money doing this, but we really wanted to. And then we're going to wear like little white socks with it.
And then these will be something we can just wear forever. I mean, we already own the boots.
We already wear them.
And now they just get to be embroidered forever.
Yep.
Yay.
It looks sick.
My boot did.
I'm actually looking forward to wearing them on the day.
Yeah. And
because you ain't catching me in any other stupid wedding shoes than, like, I knew from the start that I would be wearing my boots.
Yes, and I've told you you're not allowed to wear your boots until the wedding, so you've been very upset with me. She's like, can I wear? No, you can't wear them.
We were going to pick up our dresses from being altered, and we try on the shoes
and
with it to make sure.
You can put the shoes on when you try them, but you cannot wear them.
Whatever. We're getting divorced. Okay, what are some tips on planning a wedding while also keeping it on the cheaper side?
Ooh. All right. Tip number 1 is have the wedding you want to have. I say it as a tip, and it's a very hard thing to do and to remember, but there's a lot of social and media, movie, film, TV, book expectations of what a wedding should look like and what you should do and should include. Try to ignore all of it. Have the wedding that you want to have. What people do you want to be there? How big or small do you want it to be? Do you want to wear embroidered boots instead of high heels? Like, do all of those things, because a lot of that for us was also part of what made it cheaper. It was like...
Yeah, you could cut out all the extra
Yeah.
bits and pieces. Part of that too for me is like the type of wedding I wanted was something more like elopement-y style, like stripped back a lot, keeping only the necessary things and keeping it simple.
Yeah.
Because I just find it really overwhelming, especially with like what we're like shoved down our throat, what we should have, and money-wise too. Like it's just... The wedding industry is, like, if you need a business idea, man, if you want to make money, go do something for a wedding.
The things that end up being the most expensive are
The
venue and feeding people and your photography. And it can be your clothing. But for us, that actually wasn't the case because we shopped around a lot and we made sure we looked for cheaper things. So do that. Like, I totally encourage go to a bridal shop to try on styles and sizing and see what shapes you like, but don't be sucked into like buying something there and then and on the day, because you can usually find those same shapes from online retailers or even non-online retailers that can be cheaper. So shop around. I suppose a way that we saved money and what we wanted to do anyway was with feeding people in the venue, invite the people you actually want to be there. Like, don't feel obligated to invite every family member or all your work colleagues just because you're expected or because your work colleague invited you to their wedding. It doesn't matter. Have the people that you want there because you have to pay for them. And it's expensive.
We researched, like, I'm going to say, like, 20 to 30 venues within the area that we were thinking. We crossed off anything far away because people have to travel to come to the wedding. So we crossed everything off and we had this giant Excel spreadsheet of, like, the wedding venues and their pricing. And we made almost all of them red because it's unrealistic that we can afford that. Everyone has their own monetary amount that they want to spend. And ours is... low. And there was only really like maybe 4 or 5 possible venues that we could go with.
That were like in the range of price that we wanted to pay.
Yeah. Even what we went with is more than I wanted to spend, but the venue is what I wanted more.
Yeah, like in the end we picked a place where we could have picked something else that was slightly less per person, but we didn't like the actual venue location as much.
I just like this one better. And I'm excited to be in this one.
Yeah.
But it's still within reason, or what we consider reason.
Yes.
And what we can afford.
The per person price to feed everyone at the place that we're having our reception at is like less than half some of the places on the list.
In Australian dollars you can convert this, but some are like $200 plus per person.
Try $300
to feed them.
$300 per person.
It's just
to feed and drink them.
It's not. There's definitely options out there for you. There's even options that they don't have to be wedding venues. They can be food function places, restaurants.
Yeah, some restaurants have big function rooms.
At home,
you can book that.
Etc.
There are a food truck at home, yeah.
There's alternatives. We went through all of that to make our decision. So research. That's my tip. Just make an Excel spreadsheet and research. I'm getting sweaty.
Costume change. You're missing something.
What?
So we're not doing a For the Gays series for June because we literally don't have time. But because it is Pride Month, and because you do support the gays, I am literally unironically wearing a Gal Pals jumper today.
If you want this shirt.
And the best part is that underneath it is the Gal Pals t-shirt.
Oh my god.
I didn't even plan it.
You're the best fiance ever.
Thank you.
Fiance.
You can only say it for several more days.
I made a code. I think the code is Happy Pride. I'll put it on the screen right now, but you can get 10% off merch if you want to. I don't have time to introduce any new merch right now or make any special videos. I'm sorry, but if you do want something,
get it
and
now.
you want to support a gay, I put it on sale for you, so go for it. The next question is like, what does your wedding look like? Like, what kind of venue? Indoor, outdoors, guests? Guest number is we're having 38 guests.
Yep.
Plus us, so around
40
40 people. A ceremony outside in like date char.
Reception inside.
Yeah, which is great.
Because it's winter.
It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be so cold. That was part of the decision fatigue of like, do we go with June or do we go with October? Because
you didn't want to
June
be cold.
is gonna be so cold, and it will be cold, but hopefully we won't feel it because the room is small. So we'll be 40 people in a room.
And it has air conditioning in the room.
And I think the dress down the bottom is going to keep us warm anyway.
Yes, many layers.
I thought this was cute. What traditional wedding things are you planning to do, but what original things?
Oh, well, our original thing is our secret activity.
Yes, that's so original.
Our traditional things, I guess, are
We're wearing dresses.
wearing wedding dress, wearing white, walking down an aisle.
Sorry.
Original thing we're doing is walking with both of our parents instead of just our dads.
Yes, we decided we want to do that.
Yes, it's more about the people who have been in our lives forever, like accompanying us, rather than your dad
Giving you away.
hoisting you off to someone else.
No, we don't care about that. I'm not getting my makeup done properly. I'm not paying someone to do my makeup. My sister, bless her, is going to do it for me. That's something I found very stressful actually, because it's so hard, because for the 12 Days of Christmas stuff, I do wear makeup, but it's mostly just eyeshadow to be fun. Everyday life, I do not wear it, and I do not like foundation. I don't wear it, and the wedding is a day that you're supposed to, so I really struggled finding a balance between that.
I suppose other like things we haven't done traditionally is like we've seen each other's dresses.
Yes.
And
We're wearing boots.
We're wearing boots, not heels, and we're gonna spend the night beforehand together and like wake up on the morning together.
We aren't having bridesmaids as well.
No.
We're gonna cut the cake, but it's gonna be
Well,
a brownie.
we're not doing a traditional cake, yeah.
Yeah, like we're not having a wedding cake. I like brownies, man. We're just gonna have brownies.
Yep. I think that's it.
We're not getting married to a man. Will you film the wedding?
Also, congrats.
Thank you.
Well, we won't film the wedding, but the wedding will be filmed.
Will be filmed.
By our photographer, videographer, which will be very exciting. And so, yes, we will have film.
I said this in the last Q&A. I'm like 80% sure I'll share it. I'm probably going to share it. It's just like, I know it's going to be, it's a very personal day. And a lot of you, when I mentioned that in the last video, were super supportive of that. And I really appreciated that. I needed to hear that if I did make that decision, it would be okay. Just get all in my head sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm sure that I will share it because I will be excited about it. And it will be very pretty. And, I want to share that with you for the people who do care about us and our life, and even just like the representation side of it. The first lesbian wedding video I saw was Rose and Rosie. That was my reference point. I didn't know what else could be done, what to do.
The other thing you have been filming and that you definitely want to share is our prep for the wedding.
Yes.
So since I don't know what day you started, but we started with like
Day
a
90.
countdown. So it'd be like day 90 and then it's now day 70 and we're just going down into
Yes.
the days, and you're filming like little bits and pieces that we've been doing or when something's happened.
Do one right now.
So
When you guys are watching, totally. All right. 7 days to go. I am currently filming a video with Gal Pal. You're sitting over there. Yes, so there'll be a massive countdown video, and that will come hopefully at the end of June. So still during Pride Month.
Yeah.
Sorry, no For the Gays series. I'm too busy planning a wedding and working.
yeah.
I'm sad about
And
it.
planning a holiday.
Oh yes, and planning a holiday. That is taking up all our time. Congrats, I love your videos so much. Thank you, Chloe. What made you decide to get married now versus wait longer?
Well, we sort of said a little bit earlier about didn't want to just have the planning continue and stretch out for ages.
It's because we're pregnant. No, I'm kidding. Can you imagine?
No, but that's the other reason why we definitely wanted to get married this year. Rather than wait longer to be engaged, which some people do. Some people are engaged for a really long time.
And that's fine.
But we wanted to be married this year because next year we would like to start thinking about having a family.
And it's just, I just want that to be done before then.
Yeah.
I want to be married before we have babies.
Yes. So that was sort of the time box we gave ourselves.
Yeah. Congratulations and happy Pride. Happy Pride. I haven't actually said it to you, but happy Pride. Either of you changing your last name?
Yep.
We did answer this in the engagement Q&A, but for anyone who didn't bother to watch that because you don't love my videos enough, I get it. It's fine. There's lots of other people to pick over me. I'm not mad. Just disappointed. One of us will take the other's last name and I'll just...
I guess you have to go and watch that other video to find out.
Leave it neutral. What are your plans for the future after getting married?
Honeymoon.
Yep, and that goes in with the next question. Do you have plans for your honeymoon?
Yes, we do. Well, I say plans. I have many, many mental plans and many calendar options and spreadsheets and research that I have been doing. And I'm trying to get you on board to plan this with me.
Yes, but I have had more tasks to do.
Wedding tasks.
So I haven't been able to jump onto that one as much.
No. But just like we've planned our wedding in a ridiculously short amount of time, we are also planning our honeymoon in a ridiculously short amount of time.
We are going to Europe. We're probably going to go to Iceland. I'd say that's like 90% locked in that we're going to do that.
Yep.
I just think it's going to look sick.
That's Lauren's pick, and I'm very happy to go as well.
And you've picked Spain and Italy.
Yes.
And then we will be in London just because I haven't been. I have not travelled overseas besides New Zealand, so I'm not really counting that one. Sorry if you're New Zealand. So this will be my first big trip overseas.
Yes.
It's going to be fine.
You will be fine.
I'm sure it will be fine.
You'll be okay.
I'm going to shit myself like 3 times in the airport while we're waiting to get on the plane, and then I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm not even kidding. Like, I will actually, the body will be like, oh my God, what's happening?
Get rid of everything.
Get it out. And then, to answer the previous question, we come back and we just work. For the next, 6 months or something, it's just hardcore work.
Build our savings back up.
We have to, yeah.
And then next year, start looking at
babies. And
bubbies.
Hopefully another holiday.
Yeah, I mean, we always want another holiday, but we've both got jobs that we're really enjoying at the moment.
Yeah.
So things are looking good.
We're pretty good. I say that.
High five.
I've had so much stress over the past, but it is fine, and it will be gone in 7 days.
And to be fair, we put it all on ourselves.
Yeah, it was our
It's
decision.
entirely our fault.
Still a great decision. It's definitely possible to do it in 12 weeks.
Yeah.
100% possible. I would recommend it, even though there is stress, but you're going to feel it regardless. That's the story. I hope you enjoyed the video. Smash the like button. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I'll answer probably 10 of them, and I won't be able to do much more than that because I'll be planning the wedding stuff.
Yes.
But after that, you will see a video coming from me, another video in June, I promise. You can smash up my DMs if I don't deliver you one in the end of June. Please do, actually, please do, because I want it out into the world. I want to show you the countdown.
The final countdown.
Wow, you're so good at singing. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Love, happy Pride.
Happy Prides.
Bye.